92 Q, Jimmy Buffett, another Saturday night. And the last time I lived in this town, that was my theme song. It's No Money, No Honey. Whoa! Sounds like a new game show. Welcome to No Money, No Honey, starring Bullwinkle Moose. Hey, Ricky, watch me pull a rabbit out of my head.
Mr. and Mrs. America and all the ships at sea. This is your man on the beach speaking with Claude Hupstetter.
That's right.
Mr. Hupstetter.
You can just call me Claude.
I imagine so. Claude, we're here to ask your opinion of Johns at the beach.
Well, to tell you the truth, I don't think there's enough of them.
What?
I said there's not enough of them. There's one down by the lifeguard tower, a really nice one. And there's one about a mile up the beach.
You don't seem to understand.
That very well could be.
You see, we're speaking of Johns at the beach.
Right. And like I said, there's not enough of them.
Claude, please.
Sure.
Claude, Johns at the beach is a restaurant.
You mean to tell me they eat in there?
After spending most of his life in radio, Bill Chamberlain draws on his experiences and writes about them in Nuts on the Half Shell, a radio odyssey. It's the story of Billy and Rich, a pair of morning DJs and their adventures in Radioland. From Santa Barbara to San Diego, join them on their ride. Meet their friends, their loves, and the idiots, buttheads, and God's gifts to radio. The odyssey begins when Billy rescues a fair maiden in distress and continues on through a world that is just one big gigantic roller coaster. Join Billy Magic and Rich Hunter in Nuts on the Half Shell, a radio odyssey. The Love That Remains is based on a true love story. It's a love that is found when you are young and then lost. It's a love that is always there and is destined to be found again. The book takes you to the jungles of Vietnam and then back home as Rick battles for sobriety. Meanwhile, Annie struggles to find her own identity. What she finds is that she really doesn't need anyone. It takes a twist of fate and an invitation to a high school reunion to finish a story that started so long ago. The Derek Drake Mysteries, 3 stories in the 40s noir style. Derek Drake is a hard-nosed, no-nonsense San Francisco PI. Our first story finds Drake helping a small-town dame named Ronnie running from a big-time gangster from New York in the case of the mysterious redhead. The second story is 2 morons and a dead cop. Drake's best friend is framed for murder, and it's up to Drake to find the real killer, but he never saw the twists and turns this case would take until the very end. In the final story, Drake's long-lost love, Annie, returns in Murder and Makeup. Annie is back in the town by the bay in a bound-for-Broadway play, plagued by accidents. Annie asks Drake for help to solve the mystery and finds that the target may not be who everyone thinks it is. It ended in April. It's a story of a very successful high-fashion photographer. Johnny's life took him around the globe, photographing the most beautiful women in the world. But after his boss's face is wrapped around Johnny's fist, his career is in the bag, and he flounders to find his life and his destiny. However, Johnny kept his head up and his eyes forward and found a girl and a new direction in life. April took him out of the shadows, helping him discover a new calling, and April, well, you'll have to read the book to find out what happens next. The Nighthawk Chronicles return to Roswell. It's a story of 2 special agents searching for extraterrestrial life on this planet. McBride and Scott are on their way back to Roswell to investigate the disappearance of a young couple who have been missing for 2 weeks. Townfolk believe it's just another abduction. The local police have no clue. Their journey will take them in search of the much sought-after but never found aliens. Their plan to finally find alien life forms could easily go terribly wrong, but you'll have to buy the book to see if it does or not. The Adventures of Cash Novak return to Vietnam, takes the team and a former lover back to the Pearl of the Orient. Join Cash Novak and his team of highly specialized soldiers of fortune as they search for a Navy fighter pilot shot down during the war. He is still being held as a POW. Could this be the team's last adventure? You never know, unless of course you buy the book. Thank you for spending these few minutes with me to learn about Bill's books. I hope that something I've said will induce you to search Amazon Books and take some time to read.